party in the boat later.
When's the boat ride?
We're in his yard right now, so big thanks to you, Stowe. Also, Ronnie, for all this great food we had tonight.
Hey, Ronnie, baby.
You guys don't know Ron. Actually, it's kind of crazy, really. Or just, it's a small town. We're a small world too, but Ron has been my neighbor, my parents' neighbor, since
85.
forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Ron and Roy have been good friends for forever, right? Same thing. So
3 days.
it's just crazy that Eric and I, ended up together.
What side do I sit on tomorrow?
Ron, you know where you belong. Don't mess it up. Sit in the aisle. And we also want to thank our parents, family, anybody that's helped put all this together, the rehearsal and mainly the wedding.
We couldn't have done it without you guys, because I know I would have been lost, because I don't have a creative bone in my body.
Especially the decorators. I've been hearing about decorations for like a month, and I haven't touched a decoration in a month.
Where are the lights around here, though?
Yeah.
Ben did those.
Yeah.
What we'd like to do now, not everybody knows the bridal party, and Mike will... Yeah, we can shut the music off.
He's got a remote.
I don't know that.
All of it, and then it's like
Start out with the groomsmen or bridesmaids? Why don't we do the bridesmaids first?
Okay, well let's start with my maid of honor, which is Tina. Gotta find her. Tina is my youngest sister, so I've known her forever. She just amazes me every day. She's grown into quite the young lady, and I'm glad she's around. And I'm glad that she can be a part of it. So this is for you.
Yay!
It's a cell phone.
I think she bought half of it. I have two maids of honor, or matrons of honor, because I have two sisters who I love dearly, so I couldn't choose. So my older sister Andrea back here, she's my matron of honor. This is for you. But Andrea has been a good role model for me.
Don't make me cry, Allie. It's rude.
I gotta get it out tonight. And really, it's everyone. Everyone means so much, but she's always been there for me, just like she is. Okay. Deep breath. Well, we'll just go whoever. So, Natalie. Natalie has been one of my best friends since, I don't know, I remember Natalie in PRE. Do you remember?
And only fitting that we'll be getting ready tomorrow in the PRE. All in paying attention.
So, Natalie and I actually started off kind of a little like rivals, I think, when we were younger, because we went to different schools, played sports. Natalie's an awesome athlete, and I tried. I tried to go with her, but middle school we started doing more and we realized that, hey, we actually are kind of the same. So, but Natalie's been there through a lot for me, and I love her dearly. So, thanks for being a part of it. This is for you.
Thank you.
Okay. This is Antonia. Antonia and I have been best friends since the 2nd grade, and I have so many stories about Antonia, I don't even know where to start. But you name it, we've done it. We've gotten in trouble together. You know the story I remember the most is when, I don't even know how old we were, but we walked home from the golf club, from the pool one night, without telling my parents. We were staying at my house.
Well, Andrea was supposed to pick us up.
Somebody was. Anyways, me, Tony, and I are thinking, yeah, we're cool. We're walking home. We walk in the door, and my parents, like, you would have thought we stole something or did something because we were in so much trouble.
It was the second time Dave and Diane ever yelled at me.
Because she seriously is like one of the family. We've been around together forever, and she's been through a lot. I think of her as just another sister. So I'm so glad that you could be a part of it. I love you. And this is for you. Thank you. I feel like there was another story I wanted to tell about, but I can't remember.
We'll save that one.
We always got in trouble. We always thought we were doing something good. Well, we weren't. So, last but not least, Sheena. Sheena, let me tell you, this girl is one amazing girl. I've known Sheena for 6 years now. Met her when I did my internship at Great River and then worked with her, and just we've been good friends ever since. This is the sweetest, nicest, most caringest person you will ever meet. And she's one of the strongest girls ever. And I'm just so glad she's been a rock for me for this wedding. She's one of the creative people here. So some of the stuff you see is a Sheena creation, but I love her dearly and I'm so glad that she could be a part of it. So this is for you.
I brought supplies.
Good.
Brought supplies.
Someone to do it.
It better be,
Hey, boo boo.
it better be Captain.
Boo boo. Let's see what we got in here.
Play fast.
Oh, how nice that I picked you first. Why don't you stand up? No, well, maybe. This is for you. You're going to need this tomorrow night. Okay. I'll give that to you.
Thank you, sir.
This is Ben Holtgren. This is my best man. Man.
Enough said.
Blame that on you. Started that. Jeez. I love this guy. 26 years.
You can always come back.
Probably give him a clean your face.
How am I going to talk tomorrow? I just remember being like 5 years old. And this guy lived across the street from me. And we'd get ground into our yard. But there wasn't a brick wall down the street, so we'd be throwing the ball.
It's true.
And we never stopped throwing that ball. You're the best.
That's why you're
Well, I think the world of Eric too. So you'll hear from me.
save it.
That's tough. I can't even say all the things I want to say. It's a lot of years. Oh man. It's embarrassing.
No.
Dan, you want to stand up? This is Andrea's husband, Dan. Great guy. I've only known you, what, 3-4 years? Maybe 5. Coming up to the 5-year mark. Dan's been waiting for tomorrow for a long time because there are a lot of women in this family. Dan and Andrea had a child.
You've been too, haven't you?
And it was a girl too. Not a bad thing, but
We're still waiting.
tomorrow the men go up one. So I really appreciate you being in the wedding, Dan. It means a lot to me.
No problem.
Eric,
He got himself a mug.
can you sing us tomorrow? Unless you want it.
Yeah.
Can't use it, Eric.
You can't drink out of the spout.
Eric Staub, you all know him by now. You're in his yard. You've probably used his bathroom. Guys, hopefully you lifted the seat.
You always big on that one.
I've known Staub for a long time too, at least 7 years. Longer than that, but we've grown a lot closer over the last 7 years. We both work for the sheriff's office, so we've been pretty close. I would have never met Allison if I didn't know Eric, so we just happened to be at the paddle wheel one night about 5 years ago, and give or take a year.
3 years.
Here I come. I think I was working second shift, got off at 11. Staub says, come down to the paddle wheel and have a couple beers. There sits Allison, Staub's friend, and
Staub's been a great friend to both of us. I've known Staub since, I don't know, Staub, Mom,
Years.
forever.
We used to party in high school.
It's only fitting that he found someone for me. He's like my brother. Step brother.
the funny thing is, we really didn't hit it off until one night we were all out together, and Staub just happened to be tired, so he came home. Well, after he came home, we came here too because we like to have bonfires in his backyard. Well, Staub was in sleep, and we had ourselves a nice little bonfire by ourselves. kind of romantic. I'm kind of glad you missed it. I guess we've never turned back since then. So appreciate you being in the wedding.
Appreciate you asking me. I like to say a few words. I know I'm not going to be able to tomorrow. It's my house. I can do that. I've known Allie at least 10 years, if not longer. And she really has grown to be like a sister to me. If I have problems, meet a girl, anything, she's one of the first ones I go to. I've worked with Blodgett for 7 years now. Known him since before that. I get him into some stuff at work every once in a while that he probably doesn't want to be involved with, but it all works out good. Of all the guys I work with, he's one of the guys I trust the most, if not the most. Some guys I don't trust to work with to have my back, and I've always trusted Eric with my life. That says a lot coming from me because I don't trust a lot of guys like I do with him. I'm just great friends with both of them, and like I said, I'm glad that I could be a part of it and that they could meet through me, and I could be here for them tonight. So thanks everybody for being here.
Hey.
You're the closest, Lance. Why don't you stand up? But you deserve this more than anybody, right? Lance can put down some tall boys, so you're going to be looking forward to that tomorrow.
All you other guys will just put this on a shelf. I will use it daily. Even at work with water.
I think I've probably known Lance, 12 years at least? Carry the one, divided by something like that. Me and Lance became really good friends when I was 18. I'm 30 now, so you do the math. We started hanging out with mutual friends. Next thing we knew, we were hanging out daily. And by daily, I mean I lived at his house. I'd come over, I'd stay the night, go home in the morning, take a shower, come back. We went on some family vacations, and me with his family, and they took me in, and Lance is just a great guy.
We travel a bit.
We've done a lot of things together, and I would not do this without you being here. It means the world to me, and I'm glad you could be here.
Anytime, anytime.
Aaron. This is Aaron Pallmeyer. Aaron, I really met through Allie because they were good friends, and also through Stubb, they were good friends, and I met Aaron through them. Aaron's an usher, not a groomsman.
Right on.
Not that I wouldn't have you as a groomsman. But that's the connection.
I'll just tell you, Erin is another one of those. She is not the your girl, but Erin is one of those nicest, most genuine person you will ever meet, and he will be there for you in a heartbeat. And I love you for that, Aaron. You're a great guy, and I love you guys.
And I knew you would want one of those little bag things, so I got
Didn't make the cut.
Adam, you know your name, stand up. Adam Swanner, also a groomsman. For you, take it by the handle. I've known Adam a long time too. Started hanging out with Adam probably a little before Lance, I think.
Like 6 months or so, yeah.
It all came together. It all came together. We all kind
It was Thanksgiving, I think.
But Adam's a good friend of mine. We've been buddies for a long time. I'd do anything for him. If I needed something, I'd call him, and I know he'd be there in an instant. Lance can vouch for that too, because Lance always needs you when he calls in.
My parents said thanks, by the way.
You're welcome. I'm glad you could be here. Love having you in the wedding.
I'm that friend that if they would have talked to me, Elijah wouldn't have a sheriff's job. So.
That's probably the truth. And last but not least.
He's kind of rude.
Oh, it's not mine, it's for Steve, I guess. My other usher here. Our usher. I like to think of you as my usher. It's for you, buddy. Steve Prater. I think me and Steve met. We're going to Cancun 4 days from now. And what was it?
Matchmaker.
How many years ago was that?
I don't know, 3 or 10.
3, 10, something like that. We went to Cancun, and I knew Steve prior to that, but I really got to know him on that trip and afterwards, and I found out that we make a pretty good golf league team. Steve's my golfing partner, and can't wait to go back to Cancun with you, and I'm glad you're here for the wedding. I love you. I'll try not to cry anymore. I think we're done.
Okay, so I hate to drag this on, but there's a couple other people I just want to acknowledge that really helped us out. He's not here, but Harley. Who's Harley? So this is Harley. This is my cousin. I know I keep sneaking around behind you. But Harley is going to bless us with his musical talent tomorrow and play before. So this is just a small token, and we thank you for being a part of it. It means a lot to Eric and I to have you guys here. So thank you. Shelly, don't kill me. But Shelly, this is my cousin Shelly Walderbach, and she is the other creative designer for the wedding. And really, without her and Sheena, you guys would come to bare tables and food because, like I said, I'm not creative. But this is just a small token of my thanks. I love you. Thank you.
Oh, that egg
so much.
hatched, huh? Those eggs finally
My
hatched.
Uncle Billy. That's for you. I'll try to make you alright. Uncle Billy's going to be doing the readings tomorrow. He's in charge of all of them.
He's a good reader.
Billy has been. I don't know if I ever told him this, but he almost became like a second dad. He's always been there for me, playing Little League. Could always call him to help. Softball. I mean, I wouldn't have been where I'm at if I didn't have, Uncle Billy there to drive me. He's another great role model for me, so love ya. Thank you.
Thank you.
Deep breath. Tiffany, this is for you. It's just a small token. Tiffany and Tamra here will both be doing my guest book. And these two ladies are great friends of mine. We have a lot of fun together. Go to Hawkeye games together. In fact, I don't know what I'd do without them because I don't know if you guys know, but when we tailgate, the girls are few in numbers, so we have to stick together. We have to stick together, otherwise we would get lost in the shuffle. But I love these girls. They're coming with us to Cancun, so I'm excited. But I'm glad that you guys could be a part of it. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. And last here, Roger. Roger, this is for you. I'm going to give you two now. Okay, but Roger Hatterberg is also lending us his musical talent, playing the organ for us tomorrow. So thank you very much for coming. It means a lot to us. How do I know you? It has been. Thank you, Mr. and Mrs. Hatterberg here. I no longer can sing, unfortunately, and I don't know if I ever could, but somehow I convinced these two to let me into Shaka Khan choir. Tony and I.
Yeah, I got in there also somehow.
Yeah, but and they've been great friends of the family. So thank you for both, for everything. Thanks a lot. So I think that's everyone. So everyone keep drinking and eating. We'll have a good time.